Hey everyone, welcome back to another Kevin's Kreations here on Geektopia Island. I'm Kevin.
I'm Cardwell.
And today we have a fun fan-requested Negation deck. Blue-black.
Fan even.
Yeah, it's blue-black and they wanted a deck that's all about negating spell or negating attacks. So that's what I did as best I could. I like to call the deck Negation Station because that's where you're at.
Sounds good.
But before we get into it, guys, I just remind you that we do have a Patreon. The link will be down below. It only takes $1 to support us and give us some extra love. It would be greatly appreciated. With that, let's delve into Valentina and the Negation Station. So, it is our girl Val. She's here again, because that's kind of what she's all about. And she's got the Stranger 10 rule, so you get a Stranger deck, 10 dudes, no more 2 of each. And then Judgments for 2 blue and a black, energizes a black and a blue. Whenever a water regalia enters the field under your control, choose one. If the regalia is Lover's Lock, you choose 2 instead. And you can choose from either a Stranger at random, Judgment is 0, target Resonator's attack becomes 0, and you can bounce a Resonator to their owner's hand. And the thing about hers is her regalia does have quick cast, so you can do all of these at any time.
Yep.
Which is really nice, and that's what it's for. Her Judgment, she becomes a 6/12, and Resonators your opponent's control get -4/-0. So cool.
Pretty good.
Already, your dudes are littler.
Yep.
And then enter, put the top card of your Magic Stone deck into the field rested.
Sounds good.
And then a God's Art is Binding Chain. You pay a blue and a black, remove target Resonator from the game. Search an opponent's deck, graveyard, and hand for all copies that share a name. With that Resonator, remove them from the game as well.
Super powerful.
Yeah, it is so strong to have a kill spell that removes all copies.
Yep.
Like, great. And that is her for her J side. Wow, that was difficult. Strangers. The first one we have is the Twin Swords of Water's Mercy. It is 1 blue for a quick cast 6/6, and enters, you put target Resonator on top of its owner's deck. So it helps just set back them for a turn and help you keep going on tempo. Next is Shade, and he is there to kill some dudes.
Oh yeah.
A black and 1 for a 6/6 with Bane. He enters, your opponent banishes a Resonator, and this card is put into a graveyard from your field. Your opponent banishes a Resonator.
Yay.
Solid. So we're gonna kill 3 dudes for 2 mana, pretty much almost always.
Like it.
And then we got Freya. She is the goddess of the full moon. She is a blue and a black for a 7/7. She is a goddess, and you enter, destroy target Resonator with total cost 3 or less. You gain life equal to its defense.
Simple as that.
So we're gonna kill dude and gain some life. Then I have a couple of 1-ofs, and one is Undine, the spirit. She's a blue and 1 for 7/7 with quick cast and flying. Return up to 3 target non-J Resonator, non-Magic Stone entities to the owner's hands. So any kind of regalias or additions that you want, you can be like, hey, cool, bounce all those and play them again, do extra triggers.
Yep.
And it's mostly for regalias because you get a whole bunch of extra triggers off it, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Next is Chronos, the master of the Labyrinth. He is 2 blue and a black for a 10/10. Enter, and at the beginning of your turn, choose one of that was not chosen in the game. Your opponent cannot play Resonators. Your opponent cannot play Chance. Your opponent cannot play Additions. And your opponent cannot play Regalia, and they all are triggered for that one turn. So, like, enters, you're like, don't play Regalia. They can't play Regalia that turn. Next turn, you choose a different one. You can only get to 4 total, but that's really all he needs to do that, just because that one turn can set back so much.
Yeah.
Next is Morrigan, the goddess of tragic love. She is 2 blue and a black for a 9/10 stranger with flying. You enter, look at the opponent's hand, choose a card, they remove that card from the game. So it's a discard on a creature.
Yep.
So pretty hot.
That you get to choose.
Yeah. And then lastly, we have Rahab, the Emperor Dragon of Riptide. He is 3 blue for a 10/10 stranger with flying. And he enters, you draw 2 cards.
Simple as that.
So it's a good control dude for 3 mana because he gains you extra cards back.
Not too bad.
Yeah.
We'll get into the creatures now, the Resonators. And the first one, of course, is Shion, the Sorrow's Songstress. Say that 5 times fast. It's a 1 blue, 4/4. Tap, produce a blue or black, spin this only to play Mage Arts. And whenever you play a Water or Darkness Mage Art, target Resonator gets -200/0 until end of turn.
That's really what she's for, is you're going to play some Mage Arts and you get to make the dude smaller, and that's what we're trying to do.
Yeah, and we'll get off the payoffs soon enough. Next, we have Perceval, the Charmed Knight. That's a 1 blue, 2/2. Enter. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal a Regalia or chant from among them and put in your hand. Put the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order, and then if need be, banish this card to 4C1 which is you look at the top card of your library and then you can put it on the bottom or keep it on top.
Yeah. He's really strong just because he can go get... He helps you dig further to get what you need.
Yeah.
And I actually have a different use for them to banish them to, and we'll get to that.
Yep. Of course, the next one is Lailah, Mad in the Swamps. Remember her? It's a 1 darkness, 0/2. When this card is put in the graveyard from the field, search your deck for a magic stone called Darkness Magic Stone and put it in the field, which is a lot of super value.
Yeah, you're getting extra mana ramp just to get free dudes.
Yeah.
Next is Perfect Loki. She's back as well. She's a blue and a black for an 8/1 quick cast. She gets +0/+1 for each card in your graveyard, and then your opponent's board gets -0 or -1 -1 for each. Sorry, -0 -1 for each card in the graveyard.
Yeah.
So if you have 10 cards, their board gets -0 -10, and you get to kill most everything.
A quick cast board wipe, one-sided board wipe.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous.
It's insanely ridiculous.
Yeah.
The next one is Alseid the Harvester. That's 2 darkness, 1. It's a 4/8. Enter. Put target darkness resonator from total cost 1 or less from the graveyard to the field, which you can do that. And then tap, banish 2 other resonators, destroy target resonator. So all your small little 1 dudes, just tap, banish, kill that dude, please.
Yeah, so she's one of the other uses for Perceval and the Lailah because you get extra value out of them. You can kill a dude and Lailah gives you extra stones. Next is the Wanderer in Nightmare Land. She is a blue and 2 black for an 8/8, and you enter, choose a number. Your opponent banishes a resonator with total cost equal to that number. If this card is awakened, your opponent banishes all resonators with total cost equal to that number instead, and you choose a card from your stranger deck at random and put it in your hand. And then awakening is you remove 3 resonators from your graveyard from the game. So she's kind of like a Perfect Loki in that she can clear the board on 1 cost, but she's not nearly as strong.
The next one is Eureka, the Puppet Lord of the Seas. That's 2 blue and black. It's a 9/9. He's a king resonator. So if you control a J-Roller, this card is in your hand. You gain quick cast and it pays 1 blue less. Enter. Rest target resonator or regalia your opponent controls. It doesn't recover during the recovery phase as long as you control the card, which is pretty nice. And as long as you control Chifon, the pet dragon of the Lord of the Seas, this card gains flying and barrier as well. So it can forever just keep the regalia down, and it's pretty nice.
So if they're going crazy playing strangers or mage arts or sword arts, you're just like, no, tap that down, and don't. So you're going to have to play another one for that to trigger.
Don't have free mana, please.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Next is Brutal Majin. It's a 3 and a black, 10/10. It has Bane, just in case it needs to. If your opponent controls a J Resonator with attack 0 or less, you may pay 3 less to play this card, which is pretty easy in this deck. And then enter, destroy target Resonator with attack 0 or less.
Yeah, cool. You do 0, I get a free dude, or like a 1 costing dude that kills your dude.
Dude, that's all the value.
Yeah, super value.
Yep.
Next is Minister of Grief. He is 2 black and 2 for a 5/5 human wizard. He enters, resonators your opponent's control get -5/-5 until the end of turn. So this dude is there for one reason to go get later on, and he just helps you negate the board when he comes in, and that's kind of what you're wanting to do.
Yep.
Last resonator we have is Chifon, the pet dragon of the Lord of the Seas. He is a 2 blue and a black for 2 blue, a black and 3 for a 10/10 flying dragon. You may pay 1 less to play this card for each chant in your graveyard, and enter, destroy all resonators with total cost 1 or less your opponent controls.
Yep.
So any little 1 drops he gets to kill, and he can cost 3, which is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, now for the spells here. The first one is the Betrayer Returns. It's 1 blue, quick cast. It has Remnant too, so you can cast it from your graveyard. Target J Resonator gains -800 0 until end of turn. So it helps you out with the 0 casting cost Brutal, or just slow down your opponent for sure. The next one is March of the Dead. It's one of our favorite returning ones. It's 1 black, chant. A target resonator with total cost 2 or less from the graveyard onto the field. If you pay the Awakening, you get to do it again with another dude. And the Awakening is 2 darkness.
Yeah. Next is Space-Time Anomaly. It is one of the best kill spells ever printed in this game.
Yes.
It is a blue and a black and quick cast, and it's got Remnant. Target J/Resonator gains -5/-5 until the end of turn, and you draw a card. So you literally get to kill a dude with this, or make a dude smaller, and you get to flash it back to just do it. Hey, kill that dude. Yes, I can. it gets ridiculous after a while how much that does.
Yeah, and it's now a mage art, correct?
Yeah, it is now a mage art, so you get to have it even easier to play with the Regalia.
Yeah.
Next is the Princess of Love takes control. It is 2 blue and a black for a quick cast mage art. You choose one. Put target Resonator or Regalia on the bottom of its owner's deck, or put 2 target Resonators from your graveyard into your hand, or choose a stranger from your stranger deck and put it in your hand and then recover target Regalia. If you're playing Valentina, you're going to have this right now to stop Perceval.
Yep.
And even then, this doesn't really stop it. It just slows it down. Because you have to put away her Regalia so her beasts don't just get free power.
Free buffs, yeah.
Because it gets ridiculous trying to play against that. It's going to be hard to fight a Perceval, and this helps you.
Yep. And also all the negative attacks for sure. The next one is Life Severing Blade. So I don't know why we stopped playing this card because it's so good.
Yeah.
But it's a Darkness and 2 quick cast. If a Resonator you control was put in the graveyard from the field, this turn you may pay 2 less. So 1 Darkness, destroy target Resonator. Simple as that.
And that with itself with Perceval is pretty funny because you're like, cool, sacrifice Perceval. I'm gonna look at this card, and then this is 1, kill your dude.
Yeah, kill your dude.
Thanks.
Thank you. Just whenever I want.
Yeah.
Next one is Dance of the Shadows. It's Darkness and 3 quick cast. It has Remnant as well. Put target Resonator from your graveyard into the field. At the next end of turn, remove it from the game, the creature.
And it is also now a mage art. So you get to have it for a lot cheaper too.
Yep.
Because why not?
Exactly.
And the thing to help with mage arts is Lover's Lock, which is her Regalia. It is a blue-black for a quick cast, and it's got mythics, so you can only have 1.
Yep.
But you tap, produce 2 wills in any combination of blue and black. Spin this will only to play God's Arts, Strangers, or Mage Arts. So a lot of her chance you can play for this, and you just get to you trigger all of her abilities of like, that dude's got 0 power, kill him.
Yep. And the next card is Addition of the deck, Laboratory of Forbidden Arts. It's 1 Darkness, and then you can tap, destroy target Resonator with attack 0 or less, put a Forbidden Arts counter on this card, and then tap, remove a Forbidden Arts counter from this card, draw a card. So with what your deck's doing, you could just start killing things off and drawing cards, which is exactly what you want.
Yeah, so you make their attack 0, you get to kill a dude with the Laboratory.
Yep.
And you get to kill a dude with a Brutal Majin and get a 1-drop 10,000.
Yep.
Seems awesome.
Seems very awesome.
Yeah, real good.
Next one is a Sacrificial Altar. Remember that card?
Hey!
Too? 1 Darkness and 1. You didn't think we were going to not use it, right?
Right?
Lailah. So, Addition, Ancient Rune. Banish a Resonator, put an offering counter on this card. Banish this card, search your deck for a Resonator with total cost X or less, and put it on the field where X is the number of offering counters on this, and then shuffle your deck.
So, Sacrificial Altar is still going to be just as good as it was.
Yep.
It's not nearly as strong, I don't think, because the decks are a lot faster, so it's going to be a little difficult. But all you really need to shoot for on Sacrificial Altar is at least 2.
Yep.
Because as long as your graveyard is full of chance and stuff, then Perfect Loki's going to do her job.
Oh, yeah.
And having an altar sitting at 2 is a good way to stave off your opponent from playing things. Because you're like, hey, I can do this at any time.
Yeah.
And you can't stop me.
Well, at least definitely game 2 or so, because game 1 they'll probably go all out and you're just like, okay, kill your board. Instant time, whenever I want.
But I only have a couple of like the one-ofs, like the Minister of Grief, because you can go get him as an instant with Sacrificial Altar. So you're like, cool, your dudes, that 1 turn they're attacking, they're a lot smaller.
Yep.
And it helps with all the silly come into play triggers that you get to do with.
Exactly.
That is it for the main deck. The stones are really simple. We have Magic Stone of Dark Depths, which is the blue-black dual. Adiracti's Memoria, which is also blue-black dual because the ruler is blue-black. Water Magic Stone, and Darkness Magic Stone. Of course. Because we're playing Lailah, so you need the Darkness Magic Stones. That is it as far as the deck. It's going to be super fun to see what it does. I cannot wait to play this deck just to be like, hey, your dudes are little.
Yep.
So thanks and go away. But yeah, that's what it is. Exactly. But the deck list will be down below, guys. Go check it out. See what you like, see what you don't like. Leave a comment in the comment section, and we'll see y'all again next time. Goodbye. Also, guys, just remind y'all to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and if you want to keep up to date on all our future content, make sure you click that bell. It'll give you all the notifications you need.
With that, we'd like to go ahead and give a big thank you to all our fans that support us through the year, and especially our Patreon support people. We do like to give a shout out to our Mythic and Above supporters, and that would be Dwayne Higgs. Thank you very much. We love you.